Back now for game number 2 here at Lynn Farrell Arena in Hastings College. I'm Bridger Cruz. With me, Eric Allgood. Eric, game 1 was everything we wanted and a little bit more, and this one is going to be just as exciting.
Yeah, it's a good one. Elkhorn North in Class B, Hastings St. Cecilia in Class C2. The Blue Hawks, great tradition for them. And I saw Elkhorn North last year in this event. They played Kearney. And, Coach Baranek loves the up and in-your-face defense, the full-court press. And I distinctly remember throughout that game that when Elkhorn North, a young team last year, and they're a year older, but not like we added a bunch of seniors to the roster all of a sudden. But when they kept their heads about them and they kind of kept their own heads above water, they did fine against Kearney's pressure and in-your-face defense and trying to rattle you. But when they would kind of look at that wave of effort coming at them, it didn't go so well. So I think that's something that, another year of maturity, another year of just playing and experience with each other, some new additions, a freshman that we're going to talk about throughout this game, is going to be fun to watch for them. And for St. Cecilia, hey, it's some ball control. It's another Kissinger coming through the program, and it's going to be a lot of fun. This Kissinger coming through the program is Dawson. He's a 6'2 senior we're taking a look at right now. And just another one of those guys, going to be rock steady with the ball, make the right decisions. And that's something that St. Cecilia is going to really want to hound on in this game. Everybody make the right decision. We don't have to do anything crazy. We just have to play within ourselves, play our game, and let the chips fall where they may.
Yeah, and I'm talking to the St. Cecilia coaches. I asked them, it's a Class C2 versus B matchup. How the heck do you even prepare for this? And in talking to them, they said, we have a great opportunity here. Both of these teams are coming off of long games last night, but what that coaching staff told me was we almost have the upper hand because we're used to being able to slow a game down. There's no shot clock in this game, and St. Cecilia is used to not having that shot clock. Elk North is used to almost turning this into a soccer match and just running and running because they have to. So St. Cecilia said, we don't necessarily want to slow the pace of the game down, but if we need to, we have the ability to, and we're more used to slowing this down than Elk North would be.
Yeah, it'll be real curious to see who handles the pace of the game and who can set the pace. If you're Elkhorn North, sometimes there's some things you can do to help push that pace. Get out and do your own press, right? Play that upfront defense, pick up at half court, kind of stuff like that you can do to try to force the offense to go just a little bit faster, get defensive rebounds and go out and transition yourself. St. Cecilia knows that Elkhorn North's going to want to go fast, though, so they're going to be able to get back on defense. It'll be fun to see who executes their plan a little bit better. Obviously, that's kind of the name of basketball, right? Everybody's got a plan until you get hit in the mouth one time. And then how do you adjust and recover from that?
When you talk about adjustments, looking at our game we just had, it was adjustments that won Shelton the basketball game, and it was the lack of adjustments that kind of lost Osceola the game. Coming into halftime, Shelton was down by 11 points. They were able to come back, make the plays that they needed to, make a big adjustment, and make it work. When Osceola was pretty content doing what they were doing, but the adjustments made by Shelton were phenomenal, and that's going to be the big thing in this game is learning as the game goes on. Because like we said, these are two very different styles of basketball. One, St. Cecilia is in the middle of Hastings, Nebraska. Elkhorn North is in Omaha, in Lincoln. They're in the metro. Those are two very different styles of basketball.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of, Elkhorn North's used to seeing all sorts of different athletes across the metro and in close proximity. St. Cecilia playing that C2 schedule, right? There's this a big opportunity for them, like Coach Onaka had talked about. Big opportunity. You don't get to see different kinds of athletes like what Elkhorn North is going to put on the floor. So great learning opportunity, kind of no matter the result. And in some cases, that can actually help loosen up your team. Even though you're obviously trying to win, you're kind of going into it going, hey, we just want to play and we want to see where we're at. Elkhorn North might have a little more pressure. They're the Class B team. They should win this game, but you still got to make the plays to go win the game too.
Oh, yeah. And, in talking to Elk North, he talked to me. He's like, we're still a new school, so we're still trying to figure things out. And St. Cecilia is an established powerhouse, a lot of years in a lot of different sports. So taking the classes out of it, this is new versus experienced. And, looking at Metro athletes versus Hastings athletes, and all these different storylines. It's just so much fun in a classic like this, getting to see two teams that would never play if it hadn't been for this.
Elkhorn North just getting introduced. Their starting lineups for Coach Andy King: Jace Reynolds, a 6'2 sophomore; Kellen Murphy, a 5'11 freshman; Cole DeBuse, a 6' junior; Nike Orgibold, a 6'2 sophomore; and Will Farrington, a 6'6 junior. For the Blue Hawks of St. Cecilia and Coach Ryan Onotka, they'll go with Graham Daly, a 5'8 senior; Jenson Anderson, a 6' senior; Quinn Rosno, a 5'11 senior; Dawson Kissinger, a 6'2 senior; and Braxton Wiles, a 6'2 senior in the starting lineup today for the St. Cecilia Blue Hawks.
And then just taking a look at the lineups, Elk North, size-wise, has a little bit of an advantage. Hastings St. Cecilia isn't all that big, and they're not super tall. So, looking at how that will play out will be interesting.
Yep. So when you look at Kissinger and Wiles, they're the thick ones, right?
Yeah.
They're the guys that have got the muscles. So how can they match up with some of these guys who are just a little bit taller in the baby blue? By the way, love the uniforms.
Oh, yeah.
For Elkhorn North, the new ones this year that just say North across the chest.
It's a sweet uniform, and that's Orgibold with the ball to get things started. So now we get to see this Wolves offense, how it runs. That's Orgibold in the post, going to work, put up the bucket, and it's good. He put it up on Daly. Daly was giving him the body, but Orgibold just kind of muscling his way through.
Yeah, Graham Daly's going to have a hard time. 5'8", 130 pounds here.
Yeah,
he's a little guy out there, is what it seems like. So we'll see how St. Cecilia could try to match up as they get an early offensive rebound here from Jenson Anderson.
Yeah, and that's a 3 from Braxton Wiles, which is the dude that's going to sit in your post most of the game, but he's also willing to take the 3 ball. Outside quick kick, that's Dawson Kissinger. Loses the ball, and that's Elk North ball. That's good defense.
Yeah, really good defense to knock it free, and then Kissinger actually knocked it out himself on the way up.
Yeah, so now back down the other end we go. Elk North still early, trying to figure things out, and I wonder what the adjustment is like from shot clock to no shot clock, or even if there is one.
Probably not. It's probably more of a mental shot clock anyway in your head. And when you think, I should be taking a shot, and you look up, I've got time. I don't have to take this one if I don't feel it. But if you feel it, then you should stroke it just like that. Kellen Murphy, the freshman, knocks it down.
Yeah, big-time bucket for Murphy. It was the kick-out that got Murphy a wide-open look. And you can't leave him that wide open. That's Quinn Rosno. That Rosno-Orgibold matchup will be kind of interesting. Rosno, he can come in, he can get some points, second or third highest scorer on this team. Transferred in from Silver Lake last year. He's made a big difference on this team. Inside, they go to Wiles. Wiles, a good look, can't finish, and it's good defense by Reynolds.
Yeah, that's a good look. That's one that you've got to finish if you're Wiles, as you're going to not get many one-on-one opportunities as Orgibold goes to work again.
Man, he is comfortable, and he is smooth with the rock in his hands.
And timeout for St. Cecilia as it's a 7-0 start for Elkhorn North.
Yeah, quick 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here. But it's just the quick start for Elk North and the quick offense that's getting them opportunities.
Yep, and Orgibold being able to go one-on-one. So how does St. Cecilia adjust on defense? Do you start to collapse down on that drive? Obviously, you saw the 3 from Kellen Murphy, so if you collapse too much, Murphy, somebody sitting in the corner waiting for that open 3. But good execution by Elkhorn North here to start things up. St. Cecilia just needs a deep breath, it feels like, just to kind of, we need to get our feet under ourselves. They've had a couple looks that you're like, well, that's probably the right shot. Maybe rush a 3, maybe the shot in the lane wasn't quite set under their feet. So just a little bit of work on the details. But so far, a couple early shots that you'd say, yeah, that's the right shot to take.
And that's St. Cecilia ball out of the timeout. And Dawson Kissinger's got it. Screen set by Rosno. He thought about the 3, won't take it. So now again, like you talked about, trying to get your feet under you. A bucket here would help with that. Out of the timeout, a good set play. You want to try to get a bucket.
And you've got Farrington at 6'6", guarding Daly at 5'8". If you're Hastings St. Cecilia and Elkhorn North watching that corner, it's in the far corner right now for those two.
Yeah, and that's in definitely an interesting matchup, but I mean, I think it's the right one. I don't disagree with it right now. It's just a crazy height difference. A slow-paced set offense.
And Rosno doesn't want to take that three. Orgibold's giving it to him, but it's a good take there. Just a little off balance on the shot.
Yeah, and like you said, it's a good look for him. Like, it's just shots aren't falling early for St. Cecilia. So now Elk North and Orgibold trying to find something. They get him one-on-one again. This time it's Wiles. Foul called on Wiles. That's a little bit better of a matchup for St. Cecilia. I think that's one that you can live with.
Yeah, and then you kind of wonder if what kind of a take Orgibold will have. And really, Wiles was in position, just kind of had the legs stuck out there. Orgibold Nike is on fire here to start things up.
Yeah, that's a tough bucket. Rosno in his face, and he still makes the shot. Wiles inside, takes the drive. Good defense. Will Farrington.
Farrington just straight up. Wiles kind of got into him and didn't really have anywhere to go from there.
Kellen Murphy put up the three. So now 10-0 start for the Wolves. As good as you could get. And finally a bucket falls. That's Jenson Anderson. And of all the good shots that have not fallen, that one for Anderson, unlikely, but it gets it done.
Maybe the toughest one they've taken, and that's the one that goes.
Orgibold from three misses his second. Wiles the board. And now St. Cecilia really starting to push the pace. Inside Kissinger, that's a good matchup. Wiles the offensive board.
All right, so feet maybe now a little bit under St. Cecilia. Been able to attack, saw the ball go through the hoop once, able to attack. That was a good drive from Kissinger. Maybe rushed his shot, his first attempt of the game, but still a good one to get off and try to get yourself going as Farrington lines up a long three.
And Kissinger, a good hustle rebound, and a foul going to be called. That's on Jace Reynolds. I also have to point out, Nike Orgibold has Adidas shoes on.
Sacrilegious, really.
You that had to have been a thought, right, when you're buying basketball shoes?
Well, you would think. But if you don't get the sponsorship, even with the name.
That's true. You might as well go find somebody else. Wiles inside. Good patient move for him. 3 pump fakes.
And then didn't force it to come back up the lane, actually stuck with it going baseline. That was a good decision and able to spin it in.
Inside, nice drive. Rosno, a good defensive play.
Just lost that one, though.
Yeah, it's Jenson Anderson. Got a little bit too excited. Looked like he went up, and the ball wasn't with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now St. Cecilia on a nice little 6-0 run.
Kissinger back into the game. Got a quick breather there for St. Cecilia. And also in for the first time, Chase Evans. Tyler Neufeld in for Elkhorn North.
So that's Orgibold. Quick kick to the corner. Quick passing. Wide open three. And Neufeld can't finish it, but a great play and some quick passing. Kissinger inside, guarded by Orgibold. That's a tough bucket that he's going to get to fall.
All right, so St. Cecilia definitely has weathered the storm to start things up, and now 6 minutes into the game is they're within 2, actually. 10-8 is our score.
Orgibold, quick kick out. He's got a quick release. Can't finish. Kind of got a bump from Wiles when he was going in there. Inside, that's Kissinger trying to go to work. And again, that slow-paced offense for St. Cecilia. Takes them a little while to set up, and they're very okay with it. Kissinger from the corner, buries a three.
That was a great pass, but the catch and shoot, the time from ball in hand to ball back out of hand was very short for Dawson Kissinger, and St. Cecilia has taken the lead.
And so it was a 10-point run for the Wolves, now an 11-point run for the Blue Hawks. That's a good way to answer, though. Kellen Murphy.
First points in about 2.5, 3 minutes there for the Wolves.
So now 40 seconds to go. And, you know, for St. Cecilia, when they get down here on offense, there's so much they could do. That time it was the kick to Rosno. Back to Kissinger. Misses his second, but the offensive board. And then the foul, a little bit of frustration for Max Rodriguez.
Yeah, Max had a good turn in the lane, but I think he was maybe expecting a little more contact because he was so strong into the shot. He actually blew the shot pretty bad, and then coming back over the top, it was more just frustration that had happened.
So now 29.8 seconds. Now this is a shot clock feeling for Elk North. Inside Murphy, the kick. They're trying to put the ball in either Murphy or I really think Murphy's hands. 5 seconds to go. You got to do something with it here. 3 seconds in the lane, can't finish. And St. Cecilia just going to dribble it out, but a good drive to end things for Cole Debuse. Just can't finish, but at the end of quarter one, Elkhorn North leading by 1. I'm Bridger Cruz, with me, Eric Allgood at the Heartland Hoops Holiday Classic.
Snow or no snow, it's always perfect weather for a new Ram from Tom Dinsdale CDJR in Hastings. During the Wrap Up the Year sales event, save 17% on all 2023 Ram 2500s. Or save $10,000 on all 2024 Ram 1500 Laramie crew cabs. Whether you're towing a trailer full of toys or just hauling home the Christmas tree, Ram's the one to get it done. So follow the sleigh bells to Tom Dinsdale CDJR on Hastings North Side.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends, it's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank, growing together.
Well, Eric, we saw a 10-point run from Elk North, an 11-point run from St. Cecilia, and then Elkhorn North is up by 1, 12-11. I'm Bridger Cruz, with me, Eric Allgood. Second quarter action coming up now here on Strive Sports for the Heartland Hoops Holiday Classic, a day full of fun and festive basketball.
I tell you what, all the guys on the sideline with the festive uniforms as well. As we got a nice entry pass, and Braxton Wiles has gotten going. He's got 6 points now here in the first half.
Braxton Wiles has had a good day, and that's a great pass to him as well. You know, you want to try to get him inside, and a lob like that could get it done. So now Elk North, this fast drive and kick offense. That time it's all drive, no kick. Ethan Beachy finishes it for a 1-point lead.
No free throws shot by either team in that first half, about a 3 each way. So or a couple threes actually for Elkhorn North. So kind of curious to see if anyone can get themselves to the free throw line. We've seen a grand total of 3 fouls called. Of course, there you go. 4 fouls called, 2 each way now here in this first half.
Yeah, and that's the thing for the new rules. Again,
right.
When you don't have a 7 foul allowance and it's only 5, and then it's 2 free throws right away, you're not going to foul very often. That's Graham Daly passing the ball in. And Jenson Anderson, he's got that sully on his right shoulder. Those are not easy to move around in. That's a challenge to play basketball in.
It's something that you usually see when you're a linebacker
in
football, right? That shoulder maybe gets a little loose, and you need a little extra support to keep the thing in place sometimes. But in basketball, you're right. It gets a lot more difficult to move around.
Yeah, I'm saying, and if you watch him, you can't really close your arms. You gotta You got to walk around like a bodybuilder most of the
I
time.
was going to say, you're always walking around like, where's the weight room?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Well, it's just funny, too, because Jenson Anderson's not that big of a guy, but he's got to walk around like he is. So a quick kick. They want it inside Wiles. That's a big
good defense
block.
by Farrington there.
That's great defense. Inside the drive, the kick. Batted away. Orgibold wide open in the corner. Can't leave him that open.
10 points for Nike here in the first half. He had the first 7, actually, for Elkhorn North.
Inside, Rosno loses the ball. I was saying he'd have been fine if he didn't run into Needfeld. Inside, quick kick. Farrington the bucket. Everybody can shoot the 3 ball here for Elk North. A full timeout called by the Blue Hawks. They got a lot to talk about. I'm Bridger Cruz, with me Eric Allgood. We'll be back after the break.
Limitless. When you believe there's no limit to what you can achieve. You come to Midland for an education, but you will leave with so much more. We're a small campus with big opportunities, and whatever you need, we'll help you succeed. At Midland, it's your future, your way, with our support every day. Midland University. It's bold, it's an experience, it's family, it's limitless.
Pump up your day.
Pump up my day.
Pump up my day.
Pump up my day.
With Pumped Up Rewards, you can save big on every gallon of gas just by fueling up, and even more by visiting our stores.
Do I have to?
No, just sign up. It's automatic.
Okay, good.
Sign up today at pumpandpantry.com.
Back out of the break we go. Elk North, we talk about fast pace, and Eric, boy, are they quick.
And so many different shooters, right? Different shooters that can do different things. And so it really stresses a defense like St. Cecilia when really height-wise and size-wise, it's going to be a really tough matchup kind of anywhere. So you've got to be able to close out quickly. And if you can't close out, then, well, you get something like that where you just kind of lose it out of bounds. But if you can't close out, then, man, those shooters, they get so open. And we've seen Orgibold and Farrington the last couple trips down knock down threes for him.
I mean, in Orgibold, if you give him an inch of space and he's able to be comfortable shooting that ball, he's going to make it. I mean, he's been automatic this first quarter. Drives in again, this time on Wiles. A little bit bigger body for him to work around. And that is the matchup you want if you're St. Cecilia.
Yeah, that's been the best defender of Orgibold has been Wiles.
But it's tough because you can't, I mean, Wiles can't keep up on the perimeter with him. So you just, I don't know how you do that. But now St. Cecilia, that's Farrington on Wiles. And it's an and one. Last time it was the block for Farrington. This time, it's Wiles headed to the free throw line.
Yeah, good job by Wiles. Didn't rush the shot, got Farrington up into the air, and then was able to finish, actually, even through the contact.
So back to a 5-point game. And it seems what's weird about this game is you almost have to talk about the score like you're on the radio, because at this point, scores have been changing so quickly, especially with Elk North. So now Orgibold, they just have Wiles guarding him all the time in a man. And then I'd assume you just, if there's a defender close enough, you just help off onto him. Inside Rosno, a little bit of a circus shot for Orgibold. Not sure how he even pulled it off to get it up there. So now St. Cecilia back down on the other end. It's been a lot of Wiles in the post. I think you want to try to keep getting the ball in there to him. Or you just go into the post with Jenson Anderson and let him bang around.
Great job by Jenson. Again, not to rush it when he got in there and was able to kind of hang and able to get all the way to the other side of the rim to shoot one back.
Foul's called on Graham Daly. That's his first foul. Nobody in foul trouble at all. Like you said, only 4 fouls in this game so far. Farrington inside, turns the ball over. That's a steal for Daly.
Yeah, really good job there. The double down and kind of reach down in there to poke it free. And then St. Cecilia able to come up with Daly and come up with a loose ball.
So now Jenson Anderson, they're trying to trap the corners. If you notice, both guys hitting the deck. Kissinger drives in, and then he just beat Needfelt to the spot.
Yeah, good job there. Using the defender's momentum against him. As soon as Neefeld started to come out, Kissinger goes baseline, able to get all the way to the rim.
Inside, quick kick, Farrington.
Wow.
He hasn't missed he's hit both of his threes.
Yep.
Well, that's a tough shot, too, because Orgibold, everybody crashes in. He kicks that thing out. It's a great offense. So back now to a 3-point game, 3 minutes and a little bit less in this first half. It's been slow, and I don't really know how to describe the pace of this game quite yet, Eric. Wiles puts up the long 2. That's his second long shot out there on the perimeter. He's missed both. Kellen Murphy, a spot up 3. The Wolves are automatic from beyond the arc right now.
Well, they've got 4 in the quarter and 6 threes for the first half so far.
That's an NBA stat line with 6 threes.
Kissinger, though, did run good in transition, so he's going to get a couple free throws for the effort here.
Farrington got called for the foul. That's his second. This is the only dude right now with 2 fouls on either team. Chase Evans heading into the game for St. Cecilia. Kissinger, that last one rims out. Wiles gets the board. But a jump ball negates it, and that's coming right into the game. Grant Sutko. Automatic presence for him, getting tangled up with Wiles. Murphy trying to get it on the ball. Handoff, quick kick to the corner. Orgibold off the screen. They're willing to switch it. And Sutko going inside. Oh, he should have kept going. Now inside, going downhill. A nice move. It rims out. And St. Cecilia's got the ball back, but that's a great move for Beachy.
And then coming from behind, Beachy, who ended up on the floor, and the St. Cecilia student section let him hear it after Wiles came in there to grab that rebound. He reaches from behind and draws the foul, and will send Kissinger to the foul line, as that is 5 team fouls in the quarter against Elkhorn North.
So, Eric, here's a great example here of what can happen when those free throws start to add up.
Yep. Yeah, 3 for 4 right now at the free throw line for St. Cecilia. They're not quite matching what Elkhorn North can do at the 3-point line, but points with the score, with the clock not running, can be a good thing as well.
Yes, absolutely. So that's Orgibold inside, taking the drive. Wiles got a hand on it.
He sure did.
And now it's Kissinger back down on the other end, going downhill, quick kick. Daly can't finish the 3, but another offensive board. So now St. Cecilia got a good chance here to just set things up, get themselves a nice set bucket.
Neefeld is guarding Kissinger, and Dawson's got a couple inches. We'll see if they can get to him. Nope, they go with Daly actually on the little floater that rims out. Under a minute to play here in the first half.
Well, that's a good take for Daly as well. You know, that's something you can live with. Murphy trying for the crossover. Foul going to be called on Graham Daly, and that'll be his second foul. team's third, so still no foul trouble for either team. But now 50 seconds left, a 3-point game. Elk North here could really use a bucket to put themselves up by 2 possessions. In the post, guarded by Rosno. Orgibold gets it to fall. That's a tough shot too. To not fade away, don't use the backboard at all. Just kind of just lob it up there.
Important possession here for St. Cecilia. You know, keep it to a 1-possession game maybe here going to the half. Would be a really job well done considering you were down 10-0 in the first couple minutes.
Yeah. 12 seconds left. St. Cecilia looking for something. The 3 won't fall. But 5 seconds left. Looking for something into the post.
Wow.
That's a good bucket.
Chase Evans he was screening for his life up there. That had no idea he was about to get the ball, and then Anderson got stuck in the air, was able to flip it to him though, and the good finish there right at the buzzer. So fun way to end that first half for St. Cecilia, but Elkhorn North leading at 28-25. We will come back for some halftime stats after this on Strive's coverage of the Heartland Holiday Hoops Classic.
Snow or no snow, it's always perfect weather for a new Ram from Tom Dinsdale CDJR in Hastings. During the Wrap Up the Year sales event, save 17% on all 2023 Ram 2500s. Or save $10,000 on all 2024 Ram 1500 Laramie crew cabs. Whether you're towing a trailer full of toys or just hauling home the Christmas tree, Ram's the one to get it done. So follow the sleigh bells to Tom Dinsdale CDJR on Hastings North Side.
Sportsmanship is facing every challenge in a competition and staying respectful through it all.
Good sportsmanship goes beyond the game. It starts with respect.
Showing good sportsmanship can not only represent yourself in a good way, but also your school and your community.
Sportsmanship means playing the game the right way and treating others fair and with respect.
Welcome back to the Heartland Holiday Hoops Classic here on Strive TV. Elkhorn North leading Hastings St. Cecilia 28-25 in Game 2. Well, a fundraiser going on today and really every day across the state for Coach Brad Feakin. Brad was the longtime coach for the Gretna boys basketball team, diagnosed with cancer in November of 2021. And due to complications from that cancer, Coach now needs a life-saving heart surgery to replace 2 valves. So any donations are very much appreciated by the Feakin family. That QR code on your screen right now will help you donate to Coach Feakin and that fundraiser. Coach has touched a lot of lives in a lot of different ways as not just a coach, but an instructor and a human being as well. So any support for Coach Feakin and his family would be greatly appreciated. We will come back. We'll have halftime stats and some highlights from the Heartland Hoops Holiday Classic after this.
The Heartland Holiday Hoops Classic is brought to you by Rivals Sports Bar and Grill, Dinsdale Automotive, and Nebraska D-League Developmental Basketball. We couldn't do this without your support.
Left and counting down until second half action. I'm Bridger Cruz, with me, Eric Allgood. Eric, it's been a back and forth game, and really St. Cecilia can kind of count themselves lucky that they're only down by one possession. They started out the game down 10-0.
Yeah, it was a good start for Elkhorn North, just doing their thing, right? Nike Orgibold was great, had 7 points right away in that first initial run for Elkhorn North. But credit to St. Cecilia, they took that time out, and coach got them settled down a little bit. Like we said, got their feet underneath them. And once they did that, they started to attacking the hoop a little bit better. They weren't taking bad shots early in the game. They just kind of missed them. They're a little bit maybe the right shot, but maybe wasn't quite set the right way. Didn't have your shoulders square, didn't have your feet quite the way you wanted. But after that timeout, the feet got a little better, the shoulders got squared up, and the shots started falling. Once those first shots started going, you could kind of see the confidence grow for St. Cecilia. And it's a group that's going to keep coming at you, right? So it's a good senior group with Kissinger and Daly and Jenson and these guys. So they've been through it, right? And Wiles started to get going a little bit. And despite being a little bit undersized just from a physicality standpoint, I think they found out finally after those first couple minutes that, hey, athlete-wise, we're not that far off. And I think that was a good thing for them as we kind of watch the rest of that half unfold. And I think we'll see some highlights here maybe of as we get into this a little bit. But once St. Cecilia started to attack the rim, good things happened. Now, they didn't hit a three, or they hit 1 3, I guess, in that first half. So Elkhorn North got hot again, 4 threes in the second quarter. But I think it's kind of more of the body blows, kind of chipping away. And I really like where St. Cecilia's at offensively. If they can make a stand for a couple defensive plays in a row and convert that into offense, it's going to be a very different second half for the Blue Hawks.
It absolutely could. And something I wanted to touch on, you talked about their three-point shooting. We saw Rosno especially have a bunch of open threes, hesitant to shoot. A lot of these guys have been really hesitant to shoot the ball, it makes it tough because you see Elk North just saying, okay, fine, we'll just kind of crash inside and pack the paint. You need to have a couple more three-point shots. Show you're willing to take some three balls, and if you could hit some as well to spread out that defense, that allows you to go inside with Wiles, let Kissinger go in there as well. It allows your guys to go in there and put work while you're also able to go out and hit some threes.
Yep, and I think what that will do is it'll also then, if you get that defense that has to go, they need to collapse on the post, they need to transition back out. The other thing that's going to do is it's going to open up driving lanes, and we saw Dawson Kissinger do that a couple times. Jenson Anderson did that as well. Get that defense to take that one more step at you and then kind of slingshot by them. The old shake and bake move, right? You get the defense to come at you, and you step by and go by on the other side. So I think that's something to keep an eye on if St. Cecilia can do that. For Coach King, what do you do defensively? You're like, well, we felt the team to 25 in the first half. We're fine, right?
Yeah.
It would be curious to see do they stick with that or offense, pass and cut, and see what you can get to go offensively, or do you try to get a few more sets for Farrington or even Orgibold, who's had a really nice game so far?
Yeah, and that's the question is, if you're Elk North, you know St. Cecilia is going to come out with changes, but in halftime, do you really say that you need to change anything? Because right now, they're doing things well. They're hitting shots. They've held the team to 25 points. They almost forced a turnover right there. And again, Rosno doesn't take it, but that time for good reason. There's a pass inside to Wiles.
Yeah, Wiles was there, and then he gets that muscle shot. As he's gotten going, so as the rest of St. Cecilia.
Yeah. Inside, quick kick, Farrington. That's his first three-ball miss of the day. He's 2 for 3. Hit his back, last two from the right wing, right corner, so same spot as his last two have been. Inside, Jenson, Anderson, they'll kick it back out to Wiles. So now Kissinger's got it. He's got 10 points, but they've been a quiet 10 points. Jenson Anderson, though, he's had some big buckets.
I tell you what, that is attacking the rim with authority. I mean, a little bit higher, and that's a dunk coming, but really good take, really strong take by Anderson.
And nobody from Elk North was going to go try to contest it. I mean, that's a dude with full speed ahead. taking that ball in. Foul going to be called on the floor. It's on Graham Daly.
Well, Graham has been in the wrong place at the wrong time. He is far and away the littlest guy out there.
Yeah.
Just physically, size-wise, and he's got 3 fouls now, and they've all been just like that. Dribble drive into the paint, and then he's been just trying to stay with his guy.
Inside, Murphy able to split the pair. And now a full court press. Low trap action for Elk North.
Saints, they had an opportunity to break it quick. They get it broke anyway, but had Anderson up this near sideline that would have had a 2-on-1.
Rosno inside looking for the kick. He's got to start being a little bit more of a scoring threat. I like what he can do passing the ball, but got to start scoring a little bit as well.
I'm kind of with Coach Hanaka. I thought that was kicked by the Elkhorn North defense on the way up, but they didn't get it called. Orgibold misses from close. Wiles pulls down the rebound, and here come the Blue Hawks.
Only down by 1 point now. Good opportunity here for them. They want the lob to Wiles. He's going to go to work. Foul's called. That'll be called on Jace Reynolds. You look at how patient Wiles is. That was 3 pump fakes that he was sitting there waiting, and then he went out for the shot.
I'm going to get him to jump at some point. That's what he's looking at.
If I flinch my head enough times, eventually he'll jump.
Somebody's got to move, right?
One of your Elk North at this point, I'm surprised they haven't went to start crashing him or doubling him a little bit more. Tie game, though, 30-30. This game stayed very close, and both teams have been able to execute their styles of offense fairly well. It's just really been Elkhorn North takes the ball down. It's a Class B style offense. And St. Cecilia goes down, and it is really the exact opposite. It's a slow-paced offense. Kellen Murphy, nothing slow about that release.
Man, that's a catch and shoot right there. The fisherman would call that the catch and release.
He had that decided before he caught the ball that he was going to shoot that. No matter what, he was putting it up. Inside, Jenson Anderson. Nice release on Orgibold. He might be able to use that for a jumper if he's comfortable. Daly inside to Wiles. Wiles, that's a big body going downhill. And a good bucket.
Yeah, great job by Daly. He got himself squared up to that rim and was able to really make the defense keep focused on him, and that gave that extra half step of cushion for Wiles.
Murphy, good take. Daly gets himself the rebound. Now Kissinger, a 3-on-1. He'll just pull it out. Rosno driving inside, kicks it out. Quick pass over. Kissinger hit as he goes up. I think he was kind of hit after the shot, though. It was just a closeout. Farrington, deep 3 for him. Hits off the back of the backboard. That was past the college line.
Yeah, that was up there.
So now St. Cecilia down by 1. Rosno driving in. Ooh, a quick move for Rosno.
First points of the game for Quinn Rosno, but put that one on the highlight reel because that was a slick spin move.
And I mean, just perfectly off the back. Murphy, he'll pull the 3. Rosno now the board. So 2 big plays for Quinn Rosno.
Blue Hawks by 1, 3:18 to go here in the third quarter.
Wiles posted up. St. Cecilia likes this matchup, but again, we're seeing Orgibold start to draw himself out there and double. Kissinger inside, kicks it out, Jenson Anderson. And still the hesitancy to pull the 3.
Yep. And Orgibold's giving it to him as well.
Big time block. That's Jace Reynolds. Couldn't have asked for anything better from Reynolds on that. And you heard that St. Cecilia student section. They started to celebrate a little bit. Reynolds had the block, and then they got quiet.
Right. Well, you can almost see it. Yeah, we just saw it again there, didn't we? You could see as Daly broke free, it was like, oh, that looks like it's open, but it's not, and it wasn't.
Yeah, when you're the size of Daly, you never quite have open in the post unless everybody else is at half court.
Right.
But St. Cecilia able to keep it alive and just keep on chipping away. When they're not scoring, they're able to get the ball back and keep this long offense going.
And there's nothing wrong with a good lengthy offensive set either. That's a good save, good hustle play there by Dubuque to keep it alive.
And Jenson Anderson another time attacking the rim. And a big-time three Needfelt. And that is what's been the X factor for Elkhorn North.
There's 8 threes for the Wolves in the game.
Live and die by the three ball. As that puts Evans at the line. Murphy got called for the foul. That'll be his first foul. Excuse me, no, it'll be his second. So that first free throw misses. And already under 2 minutes to go. It's been a rather quick game so far.
You know, that's one thing about these Heartland Hoops Classics, not just the December version, but February as well. Typically, the games kind of just keep on rolling. You know, the officials kind of, I don't want to say they let things go, but the officials they do a good job understanding that, hey, it's a long day for everybody. We need to try to stay on schedule.
Yeah.
And so generally these things move along pretty good.
Deep three coming.
Wow.
Just rims out. Quinn Rosno gets the board. But Cole Dubuque can't be any closer to missing a three than that. So Elkhorn North, they want to ice those screens now. They're not looking to switch them. Want to try to ice the screens.
Got to explain what ice means, Bridger.
So when you're looking to ice the screen, okay, so sometimes there are different ways you can hedge a screen, which is you get right on the butt of whoever's has the ball. You get right up on his butt. I'll explain it later. Kellen Murphy back down the floor. Needfelt, the three. Got it.
Man.
Another big-time three ball for Elk North. But now Kissinger back down. Got to take this one in. And an and one for Kissinger. That is a perfect way to return.
Man, great look up the floor, right? Kissinger's been in that spot, but he hasn't really gotten the ball with a chance to attack the rim. That time, able to get it in front, and good finish there as well for Kissinger, and converts the three-point play. $13 points for Dawson in the ballgame. And maybe Elkhorn North with the final 30 seconds here. Content for one final shot in the quarter, maybe. Yeah, maybe not. Murphy goes off. Yep.
Yeah, Rosno was a little bit turned sideways there, so it's when you're turned sideways, it's tough in high school to get a charge call. I mean, you got to be set up pretty perfectly. And that time, Rosno, he was kind of leaning sideways when that shot went up. So now free throws coming. That's Cole Dubuque. And foul for Rosno. That's only foul number 1 for him.
These, by the way, are the first free throws for Elkhorn North attempted in the game.
In the game?
In the game.
Well, I guess.
Well, when you're shooting all those threes, you don't attack the rim quite the same.
Well, the only guy to really attack the rim would be Orgibold. Did a little bit in the first quarter, but thinking back on it, it's been all beyond the arc for them. But now 12 seconds left. 7 seconds. Oh, what a pass. Chase Evans finds it and gets it done. Now a 2-point game. 0.6 of a second left, but what a pass, and then what a play by Chase Evans to finish it.
And the tip pass there from Dawson Kissinger, again, getting out in front on that long pass, and then a great defense there again by Evans as we end the third quarter. So very much a ball game. Elkhorn North leading 41-39. Fourth and final quarter coming up from the Holiday Hoops Classic in Hastings after this.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends, it's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank, growing together.
Snow or no snow, it's always perfect weather for a new Ram from Tom Dinsdale CDJR in Hastings. During the Wrap Up the Year sales event, save 17% on all 2023 Ram 2500s. Or save $10,000 in all 2024 Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cabs. Whether you're towing a trailer full of toys or just hauling home the Christmas tree, Ram's the one to get it done. So follow the sleigh bells to Tom Dinsdale CDJR on Hastings North Side.
Only 2 points separates Elkhorn North and St. Cecilia as we head into quarter number 4. I'm Bridger Cruz, with me, Eric Allgood. Eric, it's only game number 2, but we've been pretty lucky to have 2 great games to start.
Yeah, 2 good matchups so far, and this one really evenly matched. I was concerned for St. Cecilia that maybe Elkhorn North had an athlete or 2 extra that that St. Cecilia couldn't necessarily handle. That's not the case. The Blue Hawks have handled themselves very well. An early run, obviously, from Elkhorn North to start the game, but St. Cecilia made their own 11-0 run, and since then we have just been back and forth. Get a good stop on D, and now a chance to tie or take the lead, this time down for the Blue Hawks.
And that's good defense by Rosno against Farrington. Farrington probably had the upper hand physically, but Rosno just stayed consistent, forced a tough shot. Oh, what a pass! Inside, Jenson Anderson attack the rim, big boy.
Wow, again, we've said it, he did it in the third quarter early, did it early here in the fourth quarter. His backdoor cut and attack the rim was has been super awesome here in this second half, and we're all square up at 41.
Now Farrington driving inside. Missed the bucket. That's more aggression than we've seen offensively from them than we have all game. So now St. Cecilia a chance to take the lead. Anderson, block going to be called. I don't know if he's mad at the hoop or something, but he's taking all of his anger out on getting there.
Like Santa didn't bring him any. Santa hasn't come yet, man. You're all right. You got time.
We promise you he'll come, but it's in 9 days. It wasn't last night. Daly inside, giving it off to Anderson. And I mean, that's the guy, you want to catch him downhill as much as you can. I'm also starting to understand why he wears a Soli for basketball. Anderson inside, wanting Wiles. Wiles, quick turnaround, can't find it. Needfelt the board.
Wiles had his 5 in the third quarter early on in the period, so he kind of been about a full quarter of action without really a good look at the hoop till right there.
Orgibold's another guy. Haven't heard much from him this second half. He's been, that first half, he looked like he may have been unguardable, but this second half, he's really slowed down.
There he is. Gravity's so unkind sometimes. Orgibold, yeah, 12 in the first half, scoreless so far in the second half, but a couple of free throws to perhaps end that.
Yeah, good opportunity for him. A little bit like Gustafson. Gustafson had a huge first half, but it took him really until that fourth quarter to start getting comfortable again. And it's been good adjustments from St. Cecilia. You know, St. Cecilia at first was letting Elkhorn North catch the ball on the three. St. Cecilia's really switched. They want Elkhorn North to drive. I mean, they're going to be up in your face, in your grill, daring you to drive.
So the Wolves back by 2. Oops, good save in by Kissinger to keep that thing alive.
Yeah, I don't know how he kept it alive. 30-second timeout taken. Good timeout for the Blue Hawks. They got 3 left. Elkhorn North yet to call a timeout.
Yep. While we have a moment, quick game recap from game 1. Shelton comes back to defeat Osceola 68-66. Got a team high 23 from Ashton Simmons, but got 11 each from Riley Bombeck, Jerry Romero, and Luke Gilming, who had a couple of fantastic plays in the last 30 seconds of that one to pull off the victory for Shelton, who was down 16 at one point in the first half, down 12 at half, but come back and get the victory. 31 for Cale Gustafson in the loss for Osceola. Kelby New Year had 18, and Braden Santos had 10 for the Orange Bulldogs in that one.
And Luke Gilming had to play to ice it. He knew he couldn't get the rebound over Gustafson, so he just punched it into the air. Bombeck was able to grab onto it, but Luke Gilming's just the kind of kid you look at him, you watch him warm up, and you're like, okay, you know, he won't be a huge impact. You watch him play, and you go, holy cow, like this kid is.
He made all the winning plays down the stretch.
So now St. Cecilia out of the timeout, find themselves down by 2. Not anymore. Jenson Anderson again, big time plays for him. He's got himself 10 points.
Really great set play there to get Anderson close to the rim on the coming off the screen and the backside pass. And Orgibold gets free baseline, and he finishes.
Yes, that's 4 points for him quickly in this fourth quarter, and we could see him start to get a little bit more active. Daly floats it up. Rebound out Wiles.
He's not big. They list him at 6'2". Well, okay. Sure, I'll give you that. But I tell you what, Garrett Wiles, he has played, Braxton Wiles has played big and strong for the Blue Hawks all throughout the game.
Yes. Orgibold looking for the 3. And that's what's so tough is St. Cecilia works so hard. They're doing all the nitty-gritty stuff inside. And then a quick kick out. And Elkhorn North leads by 3 heading into the timeout.
We'll take a break with them, and we'll come back to Hastings College after this on Strive's coverage.
Limitless. When you believe there's no limit to what you can achieve. You come to Midland for an education, but you will leave with so much more. We're a small campus with big opportunities, and whatever you need, we'll help you succeed. At Midland, it's your future, your way, with our support every day. Midland University. It's bold, it's an experience, it's family, it's limitless.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends, it's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank, growing together.
Elk North called their first timeout off of a big Nike Orgibold 3. I'm Bridger Cruz, with me, Eric Allgood. This game coming right down to the wire. 4:29 left, 1 foul apiece. Those could come into effect down the stretch, but so far in this game, we haven't seen them play really any factor in this game.
Yeah, fouls haven't been a big deal. The biggest one is probably Graham Daly out there playing with 3 fouls for St. Cecilia right now. A couple of guys with, including Murphy, with 3 for Elkhorn North, but I don't think that's a huge thing that either coach is really thinking about right now. It's all about the execution of what you want to try to get your guys to try to do in the half-court sets. Transition game has been negligible for both teams. It's been a little interesting. We kind of figured St. Cecilia wanted to make it a half-court game. I thought Elkhorn North would try to push the pace, and they really haven't from that standpoint.
Well, and what's funny is we saw a Class D2 game that was all transition
pace,
ball. And now the higher class game is all half-court sets. So rebound out for Murphy. And that brings Elkhorn North into the front court, up by 3. Looking for the 3 ball. They find Orgibold. Couldn't catch it in that triple threat, so he would have been tough to put up a 3 out of it. Inside Orgibold. Kissinger not going to go after him. That's a good bucket for Orgibold.
Man, just a good turn down Broadway once you get over the top of that screen, and Orgibold first one to the rim.
Foul called. We'll see who it's on. That'll be on 13. Yep, that will be on Nike Orgibold. Only his first foul of the game. So again, fouls not really a worry. You have Reynolds with 3 on Elk North, and then Daly with 3 on St. Cecilia, and that's really it. Rosno, he pulls a 3. First time we've seen him pull one today.
St. Cecilia is down 5. They are down 5 total points. They are losing the three-point battle 10-1.
Holy cow. Could it be 11? We'll stay with 10.
Still, I mean, to be down 5 and have that big of a gap in threes made is shows you how well they've done in the half court. Getting to the rim.
Well, that's Braxton Wiles going to work. I mean, he's got 16 points, and all of them have been down there. Jenson Anderson, that's another guy. Just attack. And I don't know about you, I am not stepping in front of him when he's going down like that.
6 points in the quarter, making moves to the rim just like that. He's got 12 points for the game.
So that's Kellen Murphy giving off to Debuse. Needfelt. St. Cecilia at this point is switching everything off of picks. They really like the matchup with anybody. Murphy, no foul called. Quick transition ball, and Kissinger just throws it up knowing he had free throws coming.
Yeah, great job by Kissinger. Actually maybe got a little bit too fast, but he kind of had to go a little faster to split that defense, but he does go to the free throw line for 2 pretty big free throws here with a minute and a half left.
Oh, yeah, because St. Cecilia at this point, I mean, even thinking of relying on a 3-ball almost makes you laugh a little bit. I mean, 1-3 this game, you can't rely on it. So you've got to start making your money from the free throw line and attacking the rim, and this is a great opportunity. So that's point 15 for Kissinger, and they've all been fairly quiet for him. Well,
that's the first points of the fourth quarter. He had 10 at half.
Yeah.
And then he had a 3-point play in the third quarter, and then those 2 free throws. So it has been a quieter second half scoring-wise for Dawson. And they're going to wave this shot off for foul on the floor.
Yeah. Yeah, fouls on Jenson Anderson. That's his first foul. Inside. That's Orgibold taking it in. A block called on Wiles.
Well, that one you got to call something. I tell you, probably the right call. Let's take another look at this and replay. See what we got here. Did Wiles get to the spot first?
I wouldn't say he was set. I mean, ooh, that's just so.
Yeah, one more time. Nah.
He wasn't set.
Good call.
Yep, yeah. Upon further review, was not set.
Hey, well done.
Yes.
Mason and Tripp catching that on camera.
Yeah, that's a great. Yeah, Mason and Tripp just earned some extra pizza.
That's travel up top. Yeah, Farrington took an extra step when he landed with it.
See, he was close to doing that the last time he got the ball.
I didn't say anything, but I'm like, that's right,
close,
left,
yeah.
and then step with the right. I'm like.
Because it's not the NBA where you have the gather rule. It's just 2 steps. If he had the gather, he'd have been fine.
So 1-point game with a minute to go.
Inside, Wiles going to work.
Wow.
St. Cecilia with less than a minute to go just took the lead. So now Elkhorn North. Live and die by the 3-ball. Is that what they're going to keep with? And 40 seconds to go. That's Nike Orgibold inside. Quick kick.
Yeah, they got a reach-in foul first. And that's going to be the 4th on Graham Daly. I tell you what, Graham's got 4 fouls, and they're all on plays just like that. His guy's driving. He's doing all he can to try to keep it in front of him, and he gets been called for 4 of those fouls in the game.
Yeah, and it's one of those, as a coach, like, how'd you pick up 4 fouls? And Graham looks at his coach and goes, bad luck, coach.
Bad luck.
Bad luck.
Playing defense, trying to move my feet.
And not only that, but it puts St. Cecilia at 4. Or that puts the Wolves at 3 fouls. Yes, St. Cecilia at 4 fouls.
Yep, so the next foul on St. Cecilia would be free throws for Elkhorn North. The Wolves have only been called for 3, so if they get in a situation, they actually have 1 to give if they need it.
I was saying, this now if you're Elk North, you ditch your live and die by the 3 and you attack. If anything, even if it's a minor foul, you're headed to the line with a chance to tie things up. I mean, that is your best opportunity here.
Yep, quick game reset. Each team with multiple timeouts. St. Cecilia's got 2. Elkhorn North has 3. Should there be a jump ball situation, it would favor St. Cecilia. Elkhorn North will inbound underneath their own hoop. Trailing by 1 with 38 seconds to go.
That's Debuse. Pass it into Murphy. Murphy goes inside on Daly.
And that's going to be 5 on Daly. Yep, same thing. Tried to have. Now that one I'll give Graham full credit for, because he was pushing out on that one a little bit more. But going to foul out with 35 seconds left in this one.
And he had himself a. I mean, you look at it from the scoring wise and you think, oh, he didn't have that great of a day. But what he was able to contribute to this team that may not show up on the stat book, that is really what's important.
Yeah. So Max Rodriguez will check in. By the way, the minutes, St. Cecilia's played 7 total guys, and they haven't subbed a ton. Elkhorn North has only played 8 guys.
So now we're tied up at 51. Murphy could take the lead right here. And they sub out Farrington.
So nobody's got a height advantage.
No, I say that was your height advantage, and that's your best matchup on Wiles. So I'm not sure why you'd sub him out.
All right, 30 seconds to go. Timeout, St. Cecilia, full timeout for Coach Onotka. Let's stay here.
Yeah.
Next game coming up at about 23 minutes or so after this one will be Adams Central taking on Cross County.
Which is another kind of odd matchup.
Yep, another matchup that is you wouldn't normally see. The Patriots have been good for a while. Cross County's got a ton of athletes on their team. But going to be excited to see that one coming up at the conclusion of this game. Your pay-per-view that you paid to watch this game in particular gets you pay-per-view access for the rest of the day, by the way. We do the same thing in February when we have 7 games. We do it from the Heartland Event Center in Grand Island. We start things up in the morning. We go all afternoon and into the evening. Teams this year, Wichita Sunrise Academy is back this year, always one of the top teams in the country. We've got future pros that will be playing in February. Maybe not quite when we had Grady Dick and some of those guys a couple years ago.
I will say, Modest Buzelis, that guy gave me a hug and it felt like a blanket last year.
Right.
He's a projected first-round pick. I went and got that interview. I've never been more scared but comforted. He's 7 foot tall with a 7'5" wingspan. I mean,
he's a huge, huge dude.
His hands were bigger than my face. It was crazy. But now, getting back into this game, 29.5 seconds left. St. Cecilia down by 1. They don't have the assurance that Elk North had. Elk North has a foul to give, so at this point, you can afford to be a little bit more physical as long as they're not shooting the ball. So that's Braxton. Wiles has got it. That's Debuse all over him. Kissinger loses it in Orgibold. Gets fouled by Rosno, and that is a gut-wrenching turnover.
Oh, man, that's going to make it a lot more difficult there.
I'm saying, if this is Elk North in this situation, you're thinking to yourself, okay, all they have to do is hit a 3. They've hit a ton this game. St. Cecilia's hit 1. A singular 3.
A singular 3. It was Dawson Kissinger way back in the first quarter, too.
Yeah. I couldn't have told you who hit it or when.
Well, that's why I keep the notes there, Bridger. I just did, man.
Hey, I appreciate it. So Nike Orgibold to put it up by 3, and he hits it. Timeout taken by Elk North. We'll stay right here. Quick 30-second timeout. Who do you want to have the ball taking this shot?
Well, I think I want Kissinger taking the 3. Kissinger on the 3, or, there's 16 seconds left. Do you think he got enough time for 2 possessions and a foul and to get something? I don't know. I think you come down, and I think you're trying to get your best look at a 3. Here's the thing. If you get your best look for a 3 with 16 seconds left on the clock, you've got time to run through and get someone coming off a couple of screens, right? You have time for a set. It's not like you got to go length of the floor in 4 seconds and it's just, hey, we're going to get a pass and whatever shot we get is what we get, right? So you've got a chance to run somebody off a screen and try to get it up the floor quick, obviously, right? If you're Elkhorn North, absolutely. Get up here and pressure the ball. Make it difficult for St. Cecilia to get down the floor. Certainly, if you're going to make them go anywhere, make them go 95 feet. So here we go.
13 seconds left. That's Jenson Anderson. He's got the ball. 10 seconds left. Driving inside the kick out to Kissinger. Kissinger passing it off. 4 seconds left, and that'll do it. Orgibold holding it in the indecisiveness of St. Cecilia. Kissinger talking to Rodriguez.
Yep, so Max is the sub for Dawson, or Graham Daly, who fouled out with 35 seconds left. And Dawson Kissinger's over there going, hey, man, give it right back. I know I gave it to you, but give it right back so I can have a chance to do something there. And that split-second indecision is what ultimately was the downfall there for St. Cecilia. But hats off to the Blue Hawks. Again, down 10-0 in the first couple minutes of this game. It could have gone real sideways real fast, but Coach got a kind of timeout. They got their feet underneath them. In fact, made their own 11-0 run and had this as a good competitive game throughout. Elkhorn North, Orgibold, just a little bit too much there in the fourth quarter and really throughout the game. But really nice job by both teams. Hats off to St. Cecilia, competed hard. It's an Elkhorn North team that has they're definitely better than what they were last year when I saw them against Kearney.
Yeah, they just look comfortable, and they're able to run the ball through well. And, I mean, live and die by the 3 ball. They lived by it today. They could not have asked for a better 3-point shooting day, and that's what did it for them. And then down the stretch, when they started to be aggressive, St. Cecilia wasn't quite ready for it, and then the fouls started to rack up. And those last free throws, that did it for Elk North. But overall, stick around for this next game coming up. Cross County, Adams Central. Warming up now. Another one of those odd matchups. Adams Central, good almost every year. Always can come in and put up a good showing.
Hey, let's run down final scoring here real quick. Elkhorn North led by Nike Orgibold, 23 points, including 11 in the fourth quarter. Mr. Clutch there, 15 from Kellen Murphy, 6 apiece from Tyler Neufeld and from Will Farrington, and 2 each from Ethan Beachy and Cole Debuse. For St. Cecilia, they got 18 points from Braxton Wiles, 15 from Dawson Kissinger, 12 from Jenson Anderson, 4 from Chase Evans, and 2 from Quinn Rosno. We mentioned the threes, a 10-1 advantage for Elkhorn North in threes made throughout the course of the ball game. That's a tough one to overcome for sure.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but if you're St. Cecilia, you learn that even when you have that huge deficit, you can get the ball into the post. Now, you're going to look at that and say, maybe if we'd have hit 1 or 2 more, well, you'd have won the game. But the amount that both of these teams learned about each other, we talked about that in the beginning of the game. That's why you play a game like this. Mm-hmm. That's why you come in and play this game, and both teams learned a lot. And at such a perfect time, you head into holiday tournaments and then you head into some break time. That's a lot of time to think over what you want that second half after Christmas to be. Because, all this stuff before Christmas is important, but that after Christmas, that's when it's do or die time.
Absolutely. So fun stuff here. 54-51. Elkhorn North takes the win over St. Cecilia in Game 2. Bridger and I will be back for Game 3. Coming up next, it's Cross County and Adams Central from the Holiday Hoops Classic in Hastings after this.
You've been thunderstruck. Thunderstruck. Yeah, thunderstruck.
Snow or no snow, it's always perfect weather for a new Ram from Tom Dinsdale CDJR in Hastings. During the Wrap Up the Year sales event, save 17% on all 2023 Ram 2500s. Or save $10,000 on all 2024 Ram 1500 Laramie crew cabs. Whether you're towing a trailer full of toys or just hauling home the Christmas tree, Ram's the one to get it done. So follow the sleigh bells to Tom Dinsdale CDJR on Hastings North Side.